Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Thank y'all everybody for listening to us here tonight as we move through the show. We appreciate everybody that's listening to our live show right now on TuneIn. We appreciate those folks who listen to us on TuneIn every single week, and thank you to those folks that are listening to the replays right here on YouTube. You can hear this show and any of the previous shows that we've done anytime you like. Just go ahead and search us on YouTube, and we thank everybody who's checked into our Facebook pages, Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J, as well as Legacy Internet Radio. We're the flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio, heard right here every single Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. I teased it in the previous segment, and I've talked about it in social media, but I've got a very, very, very special interview that I'm absolutely honored to have. I've got a young man who, at 10 years old, he is already a published author. He is the author of the book entitled The Amazing Adventures, a Super Fight Guy. I've got young 10-year-old author, young Joshua T. Jones, on the live line with us. Joshua, you there with us?
Yep, I'm right here.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you for doing the interview with us, and thank you for joining us here tonight on Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J.
No problem.
Now, I was very, very impressed when I came across your book, and I had an opportunity to read it, and I was very impressed, and I had some questions that I just had to ask the author, which I'll come to those here in just a moment. But the first thing I wanted to ask you is, what made you want to write a book at such a young age?
Well, when I was really into drawing, and I wanted to inspire kids into making their dreams come true, and I wanted to encourage them in making their own things that they want to do in life when they grow up.
Right. Now, you said you wanted to draw, so I read the liner notes in the book. So you're the author as well as the illustrator of the adventure, The Amazing Adventures of Super Fight Guy. You wrote it as well as illustrated it.
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been drawing and doing that kind of thing?
Well, I've been drawing for about, since I was 4 years old, I believe.
Okay. And so this is your very first book. So give us just a real quick overview. What is the book about?
Well, it's about this kid who dresses up as a superhero he made on his own, and he loves drawing, and he wants to go to school to show that he wants to be something big when he grows up. But everyone is calling him these new names, but he doesn't care because he's being himself.
Right. And the person in the book is a person by the name of Jerry, right? That's Jerry?
Yep.
That's Jerry. Was Jerry inspired by anybody, or is that just someone that you created? Is Jerry someone in particular?
Well, he is inspired by the 1950s cartoon show Tom and Jerry, which I used to watch when I was 5 years old at the time. I was into
it. Tom and Jerry. Now, I'm a huge fan of Tom and Jerry. My daughter is just a little bit older than you, and she and I love Tom and Jerry, so I can certainly appreciate Tom and Jerry and Jerry being inspired, just certainly by his name. How does it feel? I mean, you're a published author. I mean, what does that feel like? You giving interviews? Is this something that you've gotten used to? Or are you still kind of, excited by this?
Well, I'm still trying to get used to it. I'm going to have some schoolwork, and, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, I can imagine. The publication, the company that you can buy the book from is wombpublications.com. Womb, WOMB. PUBLICATIONS.com. wombpublications.com. How was it that you ended up getting it published? Did you write the book and then kind of shop it, or did you communicate with them and decide that they were the people you wanted to go with? How did that part work?
Well, I started off small, and me and my mom was, I wanted to make the book for Super Fight Guy back in, I believe, 2014, springtime, or maybe 2013, but anyways, we were typing the stories, and and then we started doing the drawings, and well, and then my mom, and then we took it to our cousin because our cousin is a publisher,
Okay.
and well, she published my book.
Okay. Okay. I was very impressed was when I was reading the book about Jerry and Jamie was the girl character. And first of all, I should tell you, Joshua, I got a confession to make to you. I am a grown man who absolutely loves superheroes. I love them, love them, love them, love them. And so when I saw that Jerry, not only was he a superhero and he created his own costume and everything, I thought that this was pretty awesome. And I loved how he helped her. One thing that I was definitely interested to ask you about was about what happened to Rick. Why don't you tell the listeners, and I don't want you to give any plot away, don't give any plot away, but who is Rick and why is Rick important?
Well, Rick is very important because he has a special ability in the next book, but I cannot spoil it because it's the next book.
Absolutely, do not spoil it.
And also, I feel like we need more black superheroes in our superhero community. So, yeah, I created Rick.
Yes, definitely. And we should add that the next book is going to be coming out. I don't know if you're ready to say when it is. If you're not, that's fine. Don't spoil anything that you shouldn't be spoiling. But I got to tell you, Joshua, and I got to tell anybody that's listening here tonight, when I read the book and I got to the final stages of the book, I was absolutely shocked and held captive because I wanted to know what was getting ready to happen. And so so you know why I wanted to know what was going to happen, and I couldn't stop turning the pages. It's great. Great book. One theme that I definitely wanted to ask you about and just as a man, as a black man, I'm so proud of you, Joshua. I'm so proud of you when you tackled the subject of bullying. Why don't you tell us about that?
Well, bullies are really mean. I don't think they ever should be made, and the bullies are just bullying people because they're sad about something in their life.
Right. Well, that's usually the case, and then they take it out on other people.
Yeah.
They take it out on other people. You've got a speaking engagement on Saturday, April 18th. You're going to be selling the book at the Black Writers Tour Conference. How you feel? Black Writers on Tour Conference. How you feel about that? What do you think?
I can't wait. I'm so excited to encourage other kids to do these amazing things in their lives.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds cool. Have you done this? Have you had any big interviews? Have you gone anywhere, or have you talked to anybody else on the phone since the book's been published?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Have you had any big interviews, or have you gone anywhere or done anything since the book has been published that you want to share?
Yes, I won the Reel a few days ago. I was on TV. I was talking about the book and, one of the segments. I was talking about how kids shouldn't be feeling bad about themselves, and they should be happy with who they are, like Super Fight Guy.
Yeah, Super Fight Guy. Super Fight Guy is very, very awesome. I definitely look forward to seeing more adventures from him and what he does next going forward in the next book, and hopefully the next book and the next book, and on and on and on. The Black Writers on Tour Conference is on Saturday, April 18th. It's from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific time. It's going to be at 801 East Carson Street in Carson, California, 90746. You can see young Joshua T. Jones, the author of The Amazing Adventures of Super Fight Guy, right there at the Black Writers on Tour Conference on Saturday, April 18th. The book, of course, was published by wombpublications.com. So we're definitely happy and proud here on Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J. Legacy and that radio to have you here on the show to talk about it. Joshua, is there anything else that you want to share, anything else that you want to have our listeners know about you, about what it is you're doing and what you've got coming up here in the future?
Well, the book will be probably released by like winter time or like December, because I'm doing the drawings in the summer. So
you're doing what in the summer? I'm sorry.
I'm doing the drawings in the summer.
Okay.
The illustrations.
Okay, so you're going to do the illustrations this summer, and then I guess you'll do the actual, writing of the book before that or after that.
No, no. I already have the whole script written.
Okay.
And written, yeah, and I'm gonna be drawing the illustrations this summer.
Okay, so you already know what's going to happen next. So that's even more scary for me because I want to ask you. I want you to tell me, but don't tell me. I want you to tell me, but I don't want you to tell me. I want it to come out into the book, and I want it to be awesome. I want everybody to be as excited to read the book as I was to actually read the book. Joshua T. Jones, the author of The Amazing Adventures of Super Fight Guy. Joshua, we're so proud of you, man. I just want to let you know that I see nothing but, great things for you in the future. The sky is the limit. Keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on drawing. Keep on writing. Keep on inspiring other young people to fulfill their potential and their destiny, man. It's young men like you is the reason why, other kids can be inspired to know that they can do it as well.
Well, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I'm in my day.
Absolutely, absolutely. Joshua T. Jones. Joshua, hold the line for me for just a moment. And you know how Steppin with Marcus J. We appreciate everybody that's listening. Take a listen to us every single week. Ain't No Half Step with Marcus J on TuneIn, as well as the website legacyinternetradio.com, as well as the replays on YouTube. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, more Ain't No Half Stepping with Marcus J. Stay with us.